The day my husband died, the world felt unbearably still. Even though everything around me kept moving, it was like I was trapped in a silent movie. The sky was a dull gray, and the wind whispered through the trees as if mourning quietly alongside me. I stood by his grave, my hands pressed together so tightly my fingers ached. My son, Daniel, stayed distant, his eyes dark and unreadable. He didn't cry, he barely even moved. The funeral felt like a performance I wasn't prepared for. Afterward, he told me he'd handle all the paperwork, the insurance, the bank matters. He didn't ask how I was, didn't offer a hug. I just nodded silently, swallowing the ache in my chest. That night, I slept in the guest room, unable to bear the emptiness of our bed, the lingering scent of my husband on his pillow. The next morning, the lawyer called. He gently explained the will, the house, the savings, the investments. Everything seemed ordinary until he slid a thin folder across the desk. There is one additional property, he said, a cabin in northern Montana. Your husband left it solely to you. Daniel's head shot up. Why didn't I know about this? He demanded, his voice sharp. I met his eyes. It was private. For him, for us. His jaw tightened. We should sell it. No, I said softly. I'm not ready. Weeks later, Daniel kept calling, asking about the cabin, stopping by unannounced. Each time, I deflected, knowing something dangerous simmered beneath his polite questions. I had to protect it, this last piece of my husband's care for me. Finally, I drove to Montana alone. The air grew crisp, clean, smelling of pine and earth. The cabin stood at the top of a winding path, its weathered wood glowing in the sun. Inside, everything smelled faintly of my husband. Behind a bookshelf, I found a hidden door leading to a small room. There was a metal box inside. It held stacks of notebooks and letters addressed to Daniel, letters that were never sent. My hands trembled as I read the first one, realizing the depth of my husband's foresight. Daniel hadn't just failed. He had lied, forged signatures, and mismanaged funds. My husband had been quietly protecting me, ensuring I wouldn't lose everything. When I got home, I hid the letters. Daniel confronted me, his voice shaking. You knew, he said. Yes, I replied calmly. And I waited. Tears rolled down his face, a mix of frustration and fear. I was going to fix it, he whispered. You walked yourself into this, I said softly. Your father protected you until the very end. He left after that. Months later, he came back, older, softer, changed by the consequences he had to face alone. We sat together at the cabin, not speaking of the past. Words weren't needed. A hug said enough. Keeping quiet hadn't been about hiding the truth. It had been about protecting the last piece of my husband's love.